It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway here in London. On the return, it's Taylor. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And right away, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Taylor. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Star Latulele in on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. On play action, now Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. And running with power here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That good for 19. first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
These two teams all tied after one. On play action, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. That nice pickup of 17 yards. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen looking for Beasley. Got him on his slant. Touchdown, Bills. Cole Beasley. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. Bass on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and incomplete on the deep ball.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 78 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Allen hit, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. The big fella. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. but just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 39 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. On 1st down, Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup. They're 26 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field.
You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air, Allen. And this throw will be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wide and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Allen going to throw. And Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's got his man here, Beasley. Touchdown! Cole Beasley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rodgers now on 1st down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis, 60 yards. And the Packers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 40, the 20, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Crosby with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. It's complete to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Bust through the tackle and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Flushed out right. First down and more for Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Bills! Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to the veteran Emmanuel Sanders. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. Being chased out left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now Rodgers in the pack, down by 1. 1:47 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This is Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Running right, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The give is to Jones. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.